I understand that our children may face some dilemma in school or in any place they go in this mainstream culture. Because, for example, if we promote the respect of others, the respect of elders, and one aspect of that is not interrupting when you are, in a conversation. I understand they may face the dilemma of not being participative and not contributing, and they may be perceived as, maybe shy or not being part of the system. So which can cause a lot of problems for them.
In a classroom setting, you are sort of required to be, to participate. And one of the challenges that I had to face was trying to look beyond the values that my parents have taught me to be respectful and not interrupt. And for instance, when the professor is speaking, I have to watch myself, even though I have I have something important to say. I have to sort of pace myself and understand when I can sort of interrupt the professor. And also, the relationship with my peers is also different because you see them interrupt the elder per se, and you sort of are in this dilemma, are you going to follow them and I guess speak up your mind, or are you gonna keep those values that your parents have taught you? And that sort of is one of the challenges that I have to face. Yes.
As an adult, I faced the same dilemma because I received strong education about not interrupting, for example. And I may go to meetings and not saying a word because I don't want to fight. I perceive the way people interrupt each other as fighting or putting each other down before they can advance their ideas. So I understand the struggle of my children, and what I do, and that they may maybe they may adopt a different approach. But what I do is, I make people understand that, I have something to share. And mainly I talk to the facilitator of the meeting and tell the person, okay, can I say something? It's not always easy. But at the same time, it is not easy for me to interrupt. I don't want to, for me, what they are doing is not good for me. So it is difficult. And I don't know, some of our children adopt the system here very well. They do it among their peers or classmates, friends. And they may do it well with teachers, but I make sure that I let the facilitator or the teacher know that, okay, I want to say something. I want to say something. So you are not interrupting, but you are asking to participate. But I don't want to encourage them to interrupt people. I don't want to do that. If they adopt it, okay, it's their call, but I don't want to teach them, okay, you should interrupt the same way other people are interrupting. For me, I don't want to promote that. So And what is going on now, I believe some people are aware in this country, in America, that some don't interrupt in meetings. And they are creating the appropriate structures to allow everybody to participate. For example, in a meeting, they may say, okay, we'll give each participant 1 or 2 minutes to say a word. That allows, people who cannot interrupt to participate. But if you don't create that specific structure, you may be missing a lot of good ideas, and people will not have the opportunity to share. So we know our children, as parents, we have that responsibility. Our children are taking their responsibility to do the best they can. But I think the mainstream has also the responsibility to make sure that people who don't do the same way contribute. So we have, again, as a collective society, we all have some responsibility, some role to play in that. So being culturally diverse person allows you to adapt to different situations, different contexts. And you know what? Even with someone like me who grew up in Africa, so my African cultural practices and values are deeply rooted in me. Even when I try to adopt this system, I experience some regrets. In a meeting, if I had to interrupt someone or, show my hand and said, okay, I want to talk, I process some regrets. I say, oh, I just interrupted someone, because I still hold that value that, okay, I should not interrupt. But because I am not given the opportunity